Hey class, how you doing? How's everybody doing today? God, this weather sucks. It's Thursday morning or so, late morning, and man, we had like snowpocalypse. The only thing missing was Sharknado. It was just bizarre. And that yellow light was strange. I hope you were all at least slightly conscious to see it. I just want to do a quick little demo for you related to cross-hatching. So cross-hatching is something I know you're all familiar with, and it's been my experience that most students misunderstand the whole concept of cross-hatching, and at least the way I think about it. So I just want to talk about it a little bit. And you can go ahead and apply these ideas to the still life drawing you're working on right now that emphasizes value, because cross-hatching is a real great way to create value changes in your drawing. Now, most people, like I said, from my experience with seeing students crosshatch and stuff, they think too much about patterning the lines. Oh, and I should also say there's two types of crosshatching. There's crosshatching, hatching, D-C-H, oops, I-N-G, and hatching. Okay, two different kinds, cross-hatching and hatching. Cross-hatching is where the hatching crosses, and hatching is essentially lines that do not cross. The problem people have with either cross-hatching or hatching is they try to pattern the lines too much. They create patterns. They don't use this technique to create tones or direction. When you use hatching effectively, you can actually create sort of directions of planes, imply directions of planes and surfaces. But the trick is you don't want to pattern your lines. And what I mean by patterning is you kind of go like this, really slow and deliberate. And it kind of turns into this almost like you're making some kind of plaid shirt, okay? Or I've even seen people just literally do this. Or not even that, they just do a grid kind of thing, okay? That is not cross-hatching or hatching. They might do like this for hatching, just like lines that all line up. This is like a really boring way to do it, okay? So do not do that. Think of the process as being more expressive. So cross-hatching. And like everything, I feel like a broken record when I say this, it's about layers. Y-E-R-S, layers, okay? So let's say I have here's a ball, and I want to make the side of it, right now it's a circle, but I want to turn it into a sphere, so I want it to exist in space as a volume. And the way you do that, if you recall my previous video about how using lights and darks, you create contrast to create the sense of volume in space. And if I want to turn this circle into a sphere, I will think of a light source. Maybe I'll have the light source somewhere over here. Oh, I'll have it just with the word layers. There's the light source, okay? The sun or the lamp coming down, so the light's going to hit this. So that means this side will be in shadow. So I'm going to start hatching first. So this is hatching, just parallel lines. Notice how I'm doing it, okay? I'm not worrying about, I'm not even coloring in the lines, okay? I'm not treating it like I'm coloring in something. I'm treating it as creating tones, okay? The other mistake people make when they cross-hatch and hatch is that they create these kind of waves of marks. You can see I'm having one form right there. Well, eventually I'm going to try to get rid of that. I don't want these waves of marks disrupting the tone, because you want to try to create a fairly even tone that is descriptive of the value that you're trying to create. Now, I did some hatched lines. But see, this is a sphere, so I don't want that necessarily to read as a flat plane. So I'm just going to go do with a pattern of crosshatch marks now. And note that I'm not that concerned about the edges of things. I don't even know, I drew 3 lines right here. I don't care about that. I'm thinking more of the tone. I don't care about keeping within the lines. Do not stay within the lines. Staying within the lines is what you learned in school. I'll never forget when I was in 2nd grade, I got in trouble with my teacher because I would scribble outside the lines, and I'm going to use a harder pencil. 2H. So you want to think of your pencil almost as like a wash of tone through the hatching and cross-hatching process, okay? And notice how I'm using the pencil. I'm not holding it really tight like this. I'm holding it way in the back, keeping it kind of loose. I'm bracing my hand with my fingers and just kind of imagining these cross-hatched and hatched lines as almost like a wash of tone, creating form. Sing a song if you like, that's fine. I'm gonna sing a song. Oh, I better not sing a song because then YouTube will like say, oh, copyright infringement. Oh, that's so much bullshit. Copyright infringement, I can't stand it. And so I can't play music while I'm doing these because then they won't let me publish them. And I'm rambling now, but my personality type is abstract random. So I'm using a softer pencil going over. So that's how I would do it. You can go back in and reinforce the contour of the form that you want, like with a little bit of a contour line here. You can use your eraser to clean up edges. Remember I said, I was not worried about going over the line. So you can use your eraser to clean those up to help define the form. Let's throw the shadow in quick. What's this pencil? 2B, I don't want 2B. I want where to go, 2H. Now the shadow is a good example of using hatched lines because let's assume this ball is sitting on a tabletop, right? Tabletop, okay, sort of. So I might not want to do like aggressively cross-hatched lines there. I might just want to do hatched lines to suggest the flatness of that plane, right? And you can also start to slow down with them as you develop your tones to kind of create a sense of solidity. One other trick I do that I just did there instinctively, I'll go over, like if I have this shadow here and this shadow here, I'm just, with this harder pencil, I'll just go over the two like that to kind of create a sense of unity between those. And then back over this to give it a plain feel again. So I throw a lot of different directions depending on circumstances, a lot of different types of lines, but the objective is to create a tone that describes that. Now, if I was going to work on this more, I might erase this out a bit. I forgot my brush. It's over there on the other table, but I don't want to get up and get it. So I'd keep working this sphere. See, I just kind of screwed that up, but I don't care. That gives it interest. What's this pencil 4B? So it's a softer pencil. So I'll go in there and just to create a darker tone, even darker tone. Oh yeah, so that's how it works. Any questions? That's kind of a joke because you guys can't ask me any questions because this is all like online and stuff. But if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to send me an email or even ask for a Zoom appointment. I'm always super happy to make one of those with any of you. And again, if you're having problems with the class, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. So that is cross-hatching in a nutshell, okay? So, carry on.